Okay, good afternoon. Great, so I'm just thinking, am I in the right class or not? Okay, so let me see, am I in a right class? Right class, good. Great, so I can see good strength compared to the previous classes. So as you know already that project we have completed out of all of the students. Only 7 are able to complete it, only 7. Some students are like, sir, we are yet to complete it, give us time. No, a lot of time I have given. So we have the results as well and today we have to announce the results. The results are already there. ಏನ್ರಿ ಇದು ಹಿಂಗಾಗತ್ತೈತಿ ಎಕೋ ಆಗತ್ತೈತ್ರಿ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಪ್ಪ ಈಗ Okay, so I was telling you that the prize money what we are giving is just for the motivation purpose that students should take it seriously and start doing it, number 1. And I told you that prize money is directly proportional to the number of students who completed the project. If it is more than 20 students, the prize money would have been 7,000, 5,000, 3,000. But since it is 7 students, it is less than 20, it is less than 10. That is why prize money is 5,000, 3,000, 1,000. First prize is 5,000, second prize is 3,000, and the third prize is how much? 1,000. So finally, we have some money as well. Good. So first, second, and third. So now the result. So let us start from the last. So third prize, it is for 1,000 rupees and it goes to your friend. Please big round of applause for Lokesh. Please big round of applause to him. Good. So many congratulations to you. There is no photo there, you can't see. But anyhow, so very soon that we'll give the gift, we'll get a photo as well. You did a great job. So I will just show all of these projects, how your friends has created. Mesmerizing, outstanding. So again, big round of applause to them. Good. So we have second and first prize. So now the second prize, it goes to your friend Sachin. Please. And it's such an irony that all the students who completed, all of them are boys. Very good. So it really shocked. I don't know what happened to the girls. Not interested. Okay, so wonderful project, great project he created, especially the front end he created, the kind of features he added. Awesome. So many congratulations to you as well, Sachin. Keep it up. Great. So first prize, it goes to your friend Ravi. Ravi is there? Ravi is not there? Good. Ravi's friend is there? I'll not give it. Don't worry. Okay, so one of your friend Ravi, so he got the first one. Amazing student, did a great job, amazing features, amazing back-end, amazing front-end. Everything is top-notch. It's the result. So from my end, a lot of weightage was there, but it's not only me, it's all the trainers in TAP Academy. We saw and we have decided. Okay, great. So let him come, I'll give it to him. Anyhow, so now let us start our concept. And what is that, sir, if you ask me? We have already started with one concept, and the name of the concept is what? Hibernate we have started with. Great. If you ask me what is Hibernate, already I have told you this is the updated version of JDBC. If I have to deal with your database, instead of using JDBC, what you should use? Hibernate. And long way back, already I have told you, if you have watched the video, maybe you know. If you haven't watched the video, this is what we did. What we did is, we created one database. This is the database we created. And the name of the database, we have given it as Hiber. What name you want, you can give. It's just the name. Inside this, I've created one table And if you ask me what is the name of the table, the name of the table is what? Employee. That is what we have created. Inside the table, we have created certain columns as well. This is the first column, this is second, this is third. Like that, we have created the column. If you ask me what are the names of these columns, to start with, we have given ID. After that, we have name as well. Good. After that, salary we have. After that, email ID. Good. I want to add one more extra thing there. That is department. That also I want to add. Means inside the employee table, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 columns are there. Brilliant. Next, what you will do, sir? What I should do is, I should be creating one class here. Already told you all of this. 2 classes I have taken 1.5 hour, 1.5 hour to explain you what is this. So directly I will go fast. I have created one employee class, and inside this you have created instance variables, 2 constructors, setters and getters. And what you have created, if you ask me, it's the Pojo class you have created. Not only that, you made this class as an annotated class with the help of one annotation known as what? Entity, and with the help of one more annotation known as what? Table, and you have mapped that class with this table. And after that, what you did, sir, if you ask me, I also did, you also did, you got some Hibernate. And what is Hibernate, sir? I told you, Hibernate is a framework, it's a ready-made thing. If you have to get it, you have to go to the internet. In the internet, you have to go to Maven repository. If you go there, if you type Hibernate, you will get one option, Hibernate Core and ORM. That you have to take it. Dependencies are added inside your Maven. Already I have told you. Correct? Means now in my project, already Hibernate is ready, and that is what I have given. Hibernate is ready. But only this much is not sufficient, 100%. I have to create one configuration file. And for this, I have given one name. The name what I have given is hibernate.cfg.xml. In this, you have told to which database you are connecting, and you have given the URL there. You have given the driver class there. You have given the username, password, everything you have given. And this is not the end. To trigger this entire thing, I have created one class. The name of the class is what? Launch. And inside the launch class, you have given your main method public static void main, and inside this, you have written the code. And why you have written all of those lines, already I have explained to you. Understanding? Great. Now tell me, inside this, what are the statements you have given there? Number 1. How many of you executed Hibernate code, by the way? Few of you. Great. What about others? Sir, we went to home, sir. From that time onwards, now, J of Java also we don't remember. Today only we are seeing this code. Okay, good. Now what I should do is, your Hibernate wants this one. If it wants this one, this Hibernate need this file. And this file, in which method it is present in? Configure. Correct? You have to call that configure. Where this configure method is present in? Configuration. So you have to create an object and then you have to call it. And that is what we have written there. Correct? So if you are not understanding, I don't know, because you haven't watched or neither you have coded this. So you have created the configuration object. You have called the configure, and then you have called an add annotated class, and after that you have begun a session factory or a build session factory, and after that you open the session, you created the object, and then you have sent that or you have saved it. And already all of this I did it with the help of my Eclipse, and let me show you how my Eclipse looks like. So this is how my Eclipse looks like, and that is what I am showing you. Beautiful. And here I have created one project, and which project is this, sir? What is that? Hibernate. Let me open this. Inside this I have created some files. Let me show you. Number 1, it is employee. Number 2, it is launch. Number 3, it is the configuration file, and that is what I am showing it to you. And what is the meaning of each of these statements already I have explained. Correct? Great. But we could not execute it because some server issues in my computer. So now what I will do is I want to execute this and see how it will be inserted in my database. So for that, 100% I need my workbench. Let me get my workbench. Awesome. Let me click on this. Beautiful. So now it's working properly, and now I want to create one database. For that you have to click and you have to give one name for it. What is the name you want to give, sir? Hyber, like this, and I will tell apply. And when you do that, it is asking me you want to put the same schema there. Yes. So it is created and I will tell finish. Great, sir. When you do that, 100% you can notice there is one database or schema created, that is Hyber. And if you go inside this, 100% there is one option known as tables, and inside this there is no table created. I have to create one table with the name as what? Employee, and let me do it. And how you will do it, sir? If you ask me, I should right click, I should tell there create table, and I have to give a name. What name you will give, sir? I will give the name as what? Employee. And after that, what, sir? If you ask me, now I have to go on giving the column name and the data type, and should I give primary key, null, and all of these. Okay, sir, what you will do? That is why we have this one. And what is that, sir? If you ask me, that is what I'm showing you. What's this? You have created a database with the name what? Hyber. Inside this, I need a table. What is the name of the table? Employee. And inside this, I need my first column. And what is the name? ID. And let me give the ID as the column name. And now the data type should be integer, and I want him to be a primary key as well as not null. Let me come here and I want to give the next column. And how you will do it, sir? If you ask me, let me show you. This is the second column, and what is the name? Name. Let me create their name like this and let it be varchar. Awesome. Next what, sir? Let me come here, and 100% I don't want name, but instead what should I need here? Salary. I have to create a salary there. This is how the salary I want to give. Salary, like this. And now the salary should be integer. Let me put an integer there like this. Good. Let me come here, and now I want what? Email ID. So let me give email ID as well. This is how I will give email ID, like this. Good. Just a minute. Okay. I'll just give an email there. I just want to maintain these conventions. Just a minute. Name, salary, email. Good. So let me come here, email, and email should be varchar. Beautiful. Awesome. So let me come here, and I want to give as what? What is that? Department. So let me give this department as well, and this is how I am giving it. Department in this fashion, and department should be varchar, like this. Good. So this is how my table looks like, and this is how my table looks like, and this is how my database looks like, and now I have to apply it. And how will apply it, sir? If you ask me, let me come here and I will tell apply, like this. I will tell OK, and I will tell apply. And if you look there, you have your table ready. And if you go here, you have your table with the name what? Employee. And now let me show you how the table looks like. You have nothing inside it. Till here, any doubts? No doubt. So now, there is some problem here now. What is that problem, sir, if you ask me? I told you that what is the table name you have given, that should be the name of the class. And the number of instance variables inside the class, it depends on how many columns you have. I told you, correct? Tell me, in my class, where is the class, sir? Here is my class. How many instance variables you have? 4. What are those? ID, name, salary, email. But one thing is missing. What is that? Department. I want that also. So that is why I will create one more instance variable there with the name department. Let me do it. Let me hit enter, and I will tell it as private. I will tell it as string. String what, sir? Department, like this. Beautiful. So let me come here, and I have to do the mapping as well. Tell me, to which column of my table you have to map? Department. So if you have to map, I already told it in Hibernate of my first class, you should tell C, hit control space, you have a column. So I will tell this department I want to map with someone. Map with whom, sir? Department which is there in my table, and that is what I did. Any doubt till now? Any doubt? Great. If this is your feeling like rocket science, I'm not responsible. Why? You neither executed this program nor you watched the video and executed it. The students who have executed this, they will feel, hey, what is there in this, sir? I've already completed the Hibernate as well. Anyhow, so department, one small change I made, and why you have to do this, already I have told you, this table, that class, this column, first instance variable, second column, second instance variable. Like this, if you go, there is one column is there, department, but that kind of an instance variable was not there. I'm just creating it for you. That's it. Great. So now what I will do, I will come here and I want to change the constructor as well. If you look at this constructor, it is giving data to the ID, name, salary, and email. But I have to give the data to department as well. And how you will give it, sir, if you ask me, first constructor will take something. What he will take, sir? He will take department, and that department, I am telling it like this. And what he will do is, whatever the instance variable department is there, to this department, the department which is there in the parameter, that is given, and that is what I am showing. Is there any doubt till now? No doubt. There is a small change, and now let me go to my program and start executing this. But when you do that, if you notice in the main method, you have an error. Why is that error? Department also I should send, correct? Great. Okay, sir, how you will send, sir? Watch it. I will tell there, comma. So you have sent till email ID, and I have to send the department as well. So within double quotes, I will give it as IT department like this. So now it is working. Now, if you look, my object is ready, and after that, I am telling save. When you do this, 100% one row is getting inserted in our database. It is getting inserted. Really, sir? Let me show you. If in case I save it and execute it, this is how my output looks like. Good. This is not the output. Wait. So it is just telling that how your Hibernate is working internally. So let me go to my database here. This is my employee, and now let me update this. When you do that, you have this. Understanding? Great. Tell me, have you written a query? Which query is this? Insert query. Can you please tell me how you will write insert query? Insert into. Like that you will tell. Now you tell me, in my program, have you given that kind of a query there? Have you given? If you look at my program there, if you look anywhere, you haven't told that way. But then also it is working, because internally that is how your Hibernate is working. Understanding? Great. Again, I'm telling you, if you're not understanding this, nothing is there. Already the foundation I have given it in the first class. Why you need Hibernate and how you have to use it. In the second class, I've explained to you why you should write all of these instructions here, why you should write all of these instructions here, and why you should write all of these instructions here. Already I've explained. If you're not understanding this, it's very easy. You should go watch those 2 videos, come back, you will understand everything. Awesome. Now if you look there, my dear students, that how many rows you have inserted? 1. I want to insert some 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rows I want to insert. So for that, you have to do something. What I should do, sir? Tell me. If you just tell this line, 1 row is getting inserted. I want how many rows now? 4. 1 is already there. I have to add 3 now. And how you will do it, sir, if you ask me, watch it. What I will do is, let me come here. Good. And I want to put one more employee. And how you will do it, sir? I will tell employee, his ID should be 2, his name should be what? Please give me any suggestion. Raj, okay. Raj, awesome. And after that, you have to give some salary as well. And what is the salary, sir? If you ask me, some 35,000 rupees salary, I will give. Good. I will tell their comma and I have to give my email ID, not my, Raj's email ID. I will tell Raj at what, sir? gmail.com. And after that, I have to tell the department as well. Let the department be IT like this. Well, this is the second object. Let me come here. Let me give a reference as what? E. And you should tell it as what? Employee like this. Is an employee object. Good. So now 100% it is an error because already E is there. So I'll just tell it as E1. And for him is what? E2. So if you look here, already employee 1 you have already added. Correct? Why you have to add once again? Not required. So what I will do, I'll just create, or I've already created this line. Let me delete it. I've deleted. Good. For him, I will give first employee like this. And now I have to put this row, meaning to Raj, the salary, email ID, and this department here. If I have to do it, what you should do? What you should do? You have to save it. So what you want to save? This fellow. This fellow means what? E1. So instead of E, what you should tell there? E1 like this. Great. So it's not only this, I want to put one more row now. So for that, you have to create one more object. And how you will do it, sir? Copy this, hit enter, paste it. And for this fellow, I will give E2. And I will give a different ID there, 3. And I want to give a name. Raj is there, Kumar I will give. So now 35,000 I don't want to give. Instead, I will give it as 45,000 like this. And already I've told you why I'm using their underscore. Have I told you this? Great. So I have to give the email ID as well. Let me give, instead of Raj, I will give it as kumar@gmail.com. And after that, the department, I want to give it as HR like this. Good. So 2 employees, but already 1 employee is there. Including this 2 becomes 3. I want to add 1 more. 1 more if you have to add. What you should do? 1 more object you have to create. Understanding? But some students might be thinking that, sir, how come HyperRit know that this only I should insert here? That is why we did mapping there. Table, column, mapping we did. And because of that mapping, HyperRit is taking care of all of this. Understanding? Great. So now let me create 1 more employee for that. Let me take this line. Good. Let me copy this. Let me come here, paste it. And here I will give it as A3 like this. And now I have to give the ID as 4 and I have to give the name as well. What is that, sir? Raj Kumar is there. Who is Raj Kumar, by the way? Are you speaking about Raj Kumar, who is a film actor of Karnataka? Correct? How many are from outside Karnataka here? Oh, you don't know then who is Raj Kumar? You know? You don't know. Okay. So let me give 1 more name. What name? Please suggest me 1 name. Huh? What's that? Sandesh. Huh? Who is Sandesh? Okay, so Sandesh is the name and I want to give the salary there. The salary is some 50,000. Good. And I have to give the email. So I'll just tell it as sandy@gmail.com. Good. So let the department be HR. Good. So what I want to do is I want to insert all of these members now. So now if you look here, what you told? Session.save E1. Means E1 means this fellow. This fellow will get inserted in my database. I want this fellow, this fellow. What you should do? You have to again save this fellow, save this fellow. Understanding? Great. Let me do it. And how you will do it, sir, if you ask me? I will tell it there as session dot. Dot what, sir? Save. What do you want to save, sir? E2 like this. Not only that, I will tell it as session dot. Dot what, sir? Save. Okay, sir, what you will save, sir? E3, and that is what I'm doing. Good. So let me execute this and see how this will work. If in case I save it and execute it, this is how it's working. Good. No problem here. If any problem is coming here, you'll get so many exceptions everywhere. At this point of time, no exception. Great. So now let us see by going to the database that all the data is inserted or not. So let me update this, and when you do that, you have the magic. This is all the data is getting inserted. Understanding? Great. I'm having one question for you, my friends. The question is, tell me why I have to commit there? Commit. Why I've written these two statements? Because I want to know literally how many of you are understanding this. And already I've explained to you that what is the meaning of these two statements. Why you have to commit? In JDBC, each and every time you will tell this commit? No. But immediately the data was going to the database. But if you remove here commit, the data will not go to the database. Why is that is my question. Already I have explained this in my class. Why? Auto commit is false here in the Hibernate. That is why you should only forcefully commit it. I already explained to you. Great. So what you did here now? What you did? Insertion you did. With the help of what? Hibernate. And again, if you look there, I'm not writing any query. What is your responsibility? You are a Java developer. Java developer means your responsibility is to write the Java program. Taking care of query, taking care of the JDBC, or taking care of the database, Hibernate will do it. Understanding? Great. Now, what we did is insertion, and this is how you have to insert. And how should I insert, sir? Create all these employee objects and you send it to a session with the help of save. You give the reference there, the data is getting inserted. Very, very easy. Now, this is my expectation. If you look at my database, this is how my database looks like. Good. Now, what I want to do is, first I've inserted the data. Now I want to get the data. What I should do? I should get the data. Which data you want to get, sir? This data I want to get. In this which data, sir? I want to get this guy. Which guy, sir? Raj. And I want to access this row. Means only this row I should get it now. If I have to get this row, writing the JDBC program is not at all a big deal. How you will do it? Select star from where? ID equal to. That is what you will tell. Yes or no? Great. Now in the same way, I have to get this Raj not with the help of JDBC, with the help of Hibernate. Question is, how can I do it? And that is what we should do now. Please watch it. Okay. So whatever I have given here, now look at the beauty of Hibernate. Employee, no change at all. No change. Your Hibernate configuration, no change at all. Means first, if you know this, that's it. First time, done. When you're going for the next one, you have to change or remove some statements. What statements, sir? What you should do is from here till here, you have to remove. Why I should remove these statement only, sir? Why not this fellow? These fellow are very much required. Why, sir? First of all, your Hibernate should know where is that Hibernate configuration file. And how can I get it? Using configure method. If configure method he should call, he need the object. First he will create the object, he will call this, he have to tell this, because this is the one what is mapping with the table. Correct? And after this object, where is going to put in? Session object. To get the session object, what he need? Session factory. Session factory he will get that session object, and inside the session object, he will play with the data now. But now, for insertion, this is what I should do. But I am not doing any insertion here. So let me remove it. Now what you are doing, sir? I want to print something now. Question is, how you will print it, sir? what's this, what I will do. See, as I told you, my dear students, that this is the table. This is the table which I'm showing it to you. Great. And now you have one guy. What is his name, sir? His name is Hibernate. Great. Now, between Hibernate and the database, we have one interface. Interface kind of a thing. And who is he, sir, if you ask me? Session. Means, if Hibernate should speak with the table, you have to use the session object only. Already I have told you. Means if you want to insert the data, how you used to insert? Session.save means employee one object, you are putting it here. Now Hibernate understands, okay, this fellow I have to put it here. He's putting it. Understanding? Great. So now what I should do is, I don't want to insert the data. Instead, what you should get? You should get the data. How can I get the data, sir? Tell me, with the table, who is speaking? Session. Correct? Do you have this session object already? Yes, you have it. So now I will ask session object. What you will ask, sir? I will tell, hey session object, please get me something. I will ask. I'm asking him because session only is interacting with him. Correct? Okay, sir. What you will ask him? Hey, my friend, there is one person. Which person, sir? What is this table? Employee. So there what you should do is employee like this. But you should not tell only employee. You should tell it as what? Dot class like that. And here there is one ID. Tell me what you want to access? Raj. Tell me what is the ID of that Raj? 2. Okay, you session object. Please give me or get the data who is there in the employee. Now it will ask, okay, in the employee, which data you want? Raj data. Raj data is having which ID? 2. And that is what I am sending it there. Sensing this much? Great. So now what session will do is, he will go to this, he will fetch the data. How he will fetch that? Like this, he will fetch it, and inside the session object, now you have something. And what I'm having, sir? You have an employee object, and this employee object is having ID. What ID, sir? ID as 2 you have the name, you have the salary, you have all of this. Sensing this much? Very good. So now for this object, I want to give something. Okay, sir, how you will give it? What's this? Now what session will do is, session, it will take this object and he will give it to you through this Hibernate. And for him, I have to give one reference. What is the reference, sir? E I want to give, and let me give it E. And I should tell E is what type? Think and tell me, this E what I am getting is of what type? Which object is E? Employee object. So that is what I should tell there. Let me get back this, and I will tell E, you are of type what? Employee. Like this. Sensing this much? Very good, sir. Next what? Next. Now tell me, I want to print all the details of this. All of you understanding what all things I did there? Yes or no? Now think and tell me, who is interacting with this table? Session. You should ask him, hey session, you get me something. Now to the session you should tell from which table you have to get. From which table? Employee. You should tell employee like this. Now it will ask, okay, you need the entire employee. Nah, I need only such person who is having ID 2. That is what I did. What session will do is, he will go to employee table, he will fetch this row, he will take this entire object. See, this is one object. It will take this entire object and give it to you like this. And inside this object, what you have? You have ID. You have what? Name. You have what? Salary. You have what? Email. What do you have? Department. All of that it has sent me. And to access this, what do you need? One reference. Reference I have given. How you have given, sir? E. Tell me, E is referring to what type? This object. Which is this object? Employee. Understanding? So now I want to print the details of him. And how you will print it, sir, if you ask me, I will tell system.out.println like this. I will print E in this fashion. When you do that, you will get the data. Really, sir? Let me show you. Think and tell me, in my entire program, what lines I've changed here? These lines. And that is your Hibernate. That's it. There is no change in configuration, no change in the employee, no change in where? Here as well. All of this there is no change, but only in these two lines you have to change. Got this? Great. So now let me see how I will get the output. Let me show you, will this really work or not? So for that, I have to get this. Okay, what's this? If in case I save it and execute it, this is what you're getting. This is what you're getting. Okay, sir. What all things you told, sir? Session object it seems. I have to get it seems. You got it here. But when you print T, what are you getting? You're getting the address. Like this, you have already experienced it somewhere. Where you have experienced it? In collections you have experienced it. Yes or no? Now when you get the address of the object, I don't want the address. Then what do you need? I need the data which is there inside this object. Then what you will do? How many of you know the answer for this question? I want the answer. ID, name, all of that I want. What you will do? You have to override toString method. Where you have to override toString method? In configuration file? No. Then where? Whose details you are printing there? Employee, correct? So in the employee class, you have to override toString. And how you will do it, sir, if you ask me, let me show you. I will close this console. I will go to employee. I will come down here and I have to get toString. And how you will do it, sir? I want to ask you this. ToString method is actually coming from which class? Object class. Now tell me, is employee is extending something there? Have I told employee, where is it? Employee extends. Have I told like that? No. If you haven't told, what your Java will do? Extends object. It will only add. Means whatever you have inside the object, all that content will come and sit here. So inside this, there is a toString which is behaving like a inherited method. Now I have to override it. And how you will override it, sir, if you ask me, let me show you. Let me come here down and you can tell there toString like this. Hit control space and you can go on overriding it like this. Understanding? Great. Or in other words, if you want to generate from the Eclipse, that also you can do. How is that, sir? Let me show you. You know this, how to generate it from Eclipse? How many of you know? Again, some of you don't know. I don't know why is that. Have you guys learned this in Core Java? You have learned this? Good. Let me come here. I will tell it as right click there. When I right click, you have many options. And one of the option is what? Source. So let me go to the source and there is an option. What is that? Generate toString. So let me click on it. And for all of this I will tell generate and your beautiful toString method there. Good. One small change in my program will impact a lot now. What's this? This is a launch. There's no change in my program. If in case you execute it, you have the data. And what is the data, sir? You have an data wherein the ID is what? 2. What is his name? Raj. What is his salary? 35,000. Are you getting underscore? No, I told you how it will remove that. Awesome. Email ID as well as department. Got this? Yes or no? Any doubt there? No. Tell me, are you writing here that query? Yes? Are you rating that query? No. Query rating, all of that is none of your business. It's the database administrator responsibility. But as a Java developer, all of this, no need to take care. Who will take care? Your Hibernate will take care. Or in other words, if I have to get one data, or if I have to get one row from your table, what I should do is, this is what you should do. What I should do, sir, you should tell, hey session, you get me something. What I should get? The data which is there in the table, tell it. Now it will ask, which data you want? This fellow data. What is his ID? You send it to him. So he will take this, all these details and put it inside one object. Which object? Employee object. And that object, it will give it to you. Means, already I've told you that whatever one row you're inserting, this is one object you are inserting. What one row you're inserting, what you're inserting there? One object you are inserting. Now what do you want? You want one row. One row means how many objects your session object will give? One object it will give. And this object you have to execute it. That's it. Understanding? Great. Now, watch it. See, Hibernate, what you're doing, objects it will take and it will put it in the form of rows. That's it. I already explained it in my first class. Okay, anyhow, so you got your data. Now let me proceed further. What do you want to do, sir? Now you watch it. Let me go to my database. Now, I want to update one person. What do you want to update, sir? Maybe I want to update their, okay, Rajkumar I got right just now. Now this Rajkumar's salary is how much? 35,000. He is doing great job in IT industry, so he's performing well. Performance is directly proportional to money. Now his salary should be updated to 50,000 rupees. 50,000 should come and sit. What I'm doing here? Updation. Update query I have to write. But in JDBC, how to do it? You know, but I want to do it using Hibernate. How to do it, sir, if you ask me, let me show you. Okay, sir, how you will do it? What's this, my friends? Whose salary or whose salary you have to change? Okay, so there is one guy. His ID is 2. His name is Raj. His salary is something. His email is there. Department is there. Now I have to change the salary. If I have to change the salary, think and tell me what you inserted here. One row means, what is that? One object, I told you. So tell me, this row you want to change. In this row, where you want to change? Salary. Correct? Means I need this row. Have you got this row? Yes, you got this row by using these two lines. Means now, this row, you got it. In the form of what? In the form of an object. And that is what I am showing you. This second row, you got it in the form of an object. And here you have ID. What is the ID? 2. Here what you have? Name. And here what you have? Salary, like this. You have email ID, you have department. And for this, what you have given? E. Now this fellow, you have to change it. Means first you have to get him. First I got him, like this. Now what do you want to change? Salary. Salary, you change it and take this object, send it back to him. What you will get is the updated salary. Understanding this much? Great. Now currently, you have this object with you? Yes. Now I don't want to print all the details. Then what do you want to do, sir? Let me come here and remove this. Good. Now you have him. Now you have to change his salary to how much? 50,000. Now I have to access this salary. How will I access his salary? E dot salary. Okay, let me tell E dot salary like this. If you do it like this, will this work or not? No. Why? Salary is private member. Yes or no? Means I have to set a salary. Then what you will do? You have to use setters. Are you understanding what you're using here? All the code Java concept. Two-string method, object class, inheritance, two-string method, overriding, inheritance, overriding concept, collections, everything is coming here. Tell me some extra things you are adding there. No, code Java, you are applying it here. That's it. Understanding? Great. Now, I have to give him the salary. How will you give? You have to use a setter. For this salary, do you have a setter? Yes. What is the name of the setter? Set salary. You call him, you are setting to him. Really, sir? Let me show you. E dot salary you should not tell. Then what should I tell, sir? E dot. E dot what, sir? Set salary. You can notice there you have set salary. So how much you want to give there? 50,000. That 50,000, okay, I want to give it like this. Sensing this much? Now tell me, inside the salary part, what you have? What do you have? 50,000 like this. 50,000 you have. Okay, sir. Next what you should do? Next what you should do is, you should take this fellow object and send it to the table. You should send it. Tell me, table, which person is interacting with the table? Session. You should tell to the session, hey session, you update that object inside this. You update. Let me do it. How will do it, sir? I need my session. Tell me who is the session? Session I will tell, and I will tell update like this. Tell me what you should update? This object. This object means what is the reference? E. I have given there E. If you do like this, rest all hibernate and session will take care. Understanding this much? Let me see, will this really works or not? If in case I save it and execute it, you can notice this is what you are getting. Good, nothing here. Let me come, and if you notice there, where is Raj? Raj is having 35,000. Now if I update this, you have 50,000 coming and sitting. Understanding? Now tell me, are you playing with the query? No. You are playing with whom? Object. What are objects? It is there a part of Java, right? Sensing this much? Any doubts here? No doubt. Great. Let me proceed further. What do you want to do now, sir? Let me close this console, and this is my expectation. What is the expectation? Now Raj got 50,000 salary now, hike of 15,000. So he was thinking that his attitude got changed. That my hike from 35,000, it went to 50,000. Means I am the great performer of this company, I will not work now. 1 month he will simply sit like this. He'll get a call. Call from whom? Manager. You're terminated. Tomorrow onwards, don't come. Why? Hike. Hike hitting the mind. No work. 1 month itself gone. See, when you go for a company, the company will ask you, sign the bond. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, like that. So some students are so scared, that, hey, no, sir. 3 years, sir. Who will sign, sir? I will tell you some hints that even though 3 years you have signed a bond, at any point of time, it's not you, the company will kick you out of the company. How to do it? See, all of this, for knowledge purpose, you should take it. Don't apply it in your IT life, okay? When you go for IT, you will be working, you have signed for 2 years bond, not 2, maybe 3 years bond. You'll work for 1 year and you'll be thinking that whatever the salary I'm having, it is less. Now I have to get more salary. But you told your manager that, hey, the salary should be increased, but the manager is not listening to you. You are like, let me change the company. That also you cannot do because there is a bond. Then what you should do? 9 o'clock login. You should go sit. Sit, what you should do? Don't do anything. If you want to update, you update. New technology. But whatever the projects are there currently, don't do that. Simply you sit. 1 hour will happen. Your friend will ask, you want to have some coffee? You will tell, hey, I'm doing a lot of project there. Full instructions I'm writing. Let us go for and have a coffee. You'll go to cafe. You speak with him for 1 hour. Time wasted. Come back. Again 1 hour you update. New technology. After that lunch break will come. You go. 1 hour lunch break. You do it for 3 hours. And after some time, again you come back, some half an hour you code. But when you have full food in your stomach, your brain will never tell, go and code. Brain will tell, sleep. You sleep it. Sleep like this. If someone asks you that what you're doing, please tell them I'm doing some meditation because I have to concentrate. So after some time, it is 6 o'clock, log out, you come. Do this. Not for 1 month, 15 days. Forget about you breaking the bond. Company will break the bond and tell you, please go, please go. We will give the experience letter as well. But all of this, don't do it. But I'm just telling you, there are so many facilities are there. But don't do it. So what I'm trying to tell you is, when these companies are coming, it's not only the companies coming to TAP Academy, the companies which are outside as well. So everyone is telling any fresher should sign a bond. Why? Because they are taking the situation as advantage. Because they know that the supply has increased a lot. There are so many engineers. They are in need of job. No matter what, they will sign a bond. They have taken this advantage. But if you go 4 years, 5 years before, there are so many companies which will not ask the bond. But now they have taken the advantage. And I have seen so many companies, previously they are not asking the bond. Now they are asking 3 years bond. I have seen this, some companies. Okay. But I want to, tell you something as a teacher, that if 2 years bond is there, I'm telling you, go, good for you. Why? Number one, that whenever you go there, they will give you the training. Don't think that from here you'll get placed, they will tell, create Instagram and show. They will not tell. Again, when you go in the company people will tell you on what you have to do the projects. They will give the training. How? Come, sit in the class, AC is there, one teacher will come, he'll motivate like this, write everything. No. He'll give some assignments to you. These are the technologies, learn, you have to finish it no matter what. Sir, I did not had lunch, sir. I don't care. Do the assignment first. Like this 6 months, training will be there. And after that, you will be inside the project. You will be creating. So that project is a 1-year project. Means 6 months, the company has invested on you. Every month, the company will give you the salary. Correct? But you haven't given any revenue for the company. It's like company has given you the money, you giving nothing to the company. In 6 months is like this. After that, you are into the project. There you will learn a lot. And just to get used to it in that company, you need 1 year. That how the projects will work, how I have to communicate with the client, how to communicate with test engineers, how to communicate with deployment engineers, how to communicate with DevOps engineers. Like this, you will learn. And to learn, you need 1 year. So 6 months training, 1 year in the project, 1 year, 6 months is over. Now 4 months is there. Again, you have to just push it. 2 years gone, bond gone. So 2 years means eyes closed, you should sign it. It's good, I'm telling you. Again, it is totally up to you. Because what companies will be thinking is that we are giving you the training for 6 to 7 months and you haven't given me anything. It's like 1.5 years, 6 months I have given. 1.5 years, it's you who should give me something back to the company. And that is why these companies will tell you. 2 years bond, it's my suggestion as a teacher, sign it. If more than 2 years, you should think, should I sign it or not? Got this? Great. Okay, so let me come here. I was telling you something. I want to delete this row now. I want to delete this row. How to delete this row, sir, if you ask me? That is what I'm showing you. What's this? Which row you want to delete? Second row. Now, if you have to delete it, you need this row. Correct? You ask the session, I need this row, because you want to delete this row. So how you'll ask him? You will tell, hey session, you get me something. Get me from which? Employee table. It will go to the employee and now it will ask, okay, from employee, what you want? You want second one, that second ID. He will take this entire row, put it in the object and give it to you. Now what you want to do? So this object you want to delete it. Yes or no? You inform him. How to inform, sir? Very simple. I am not updating here. Salary and all, I am not doing it. First, I need this object. I get this object. And after that, I will tell, hey session, this object you gave me just now, right? That you please delete it. And how to do it, sir, if you ask me, this is how you should do it. And what you should delete? This fellow. Tell me for him, what is the reference you have given? E, and that E you should send it. Got this? Great. If in case I save it and execute it, let me see how this will work. I save it and I execute it. You can notice nothing happens here because you are interacting with the database. You go there and 100% you update this. When you do that, Raj is gone. It's got deleted. Understanding? Great. Means if you want to update this, if you want to delete it, 100% first you have to get to that row. And after that, inform the session what you want to do with this object. Sensing this much? Easy, difficult, what is there? Very easy if you code. Awesome. So let me proceed further and get the next expectation. What is that? Just now what you did is you created the data. After that what you did? You got the data, retrieved the data. After that you updated the data. After that you deleted the data. You did what now? CRUD operations using Hibernate. But if you look now, all of this I did it individually. Means individually I have inserted the data, individually I got the data, individually I have updated the data, individually I have deleted the data. But now I want to do it for many rows now. What do you mean, sir? I want to get this entire table now. All of this should get printed. Previously, you got only what? Raj. Only Raj you got. That is only one row. But I want this entire table using Hibernate. Can I do it, sir? Very easy it is. Let me do it. And how will do it, sir? Let me go to my triggering point, that is main. No change. Where I should change, here you should change. That's it. That much simple your Hibernate is. Great. Okay, sir. What you will do now here, sir, if you ask me, watch it. Can you please tell me in JDBC, what is the query you have written to get that entire table? What is the query you have written? What you have written? Very good. So what you have written is select. After that? Star. After that? From. After that? Very good. Employee, like this. That's it? Great. Now, whatever is there here, this one, we call it as a query. To be precise, I call it as structured query language, SQL. Now this fellow, I want to do it using my Hibernate. So for Hibernate, no need to remember the query. Then what I should remember, sir? You should remember something known as HQL. What is HQL, sir? It is Hibernate Query Language. That is what you should remember. Okay, sir. If I remember only this much is sufficient, sir? Yes. Okay, sir, then I forget. Your JDBC is gone. You have to remember, but Hibernate, HQL is what you should remember. Okay, sir. What I should tell in HQL, sir? Watch it. The beauty of HQL is select a star, nothing doing. Then what you will tell, sir? You should tell from. What you should tell? From. From what, sir? What is this? Employee. You just tell it as employee, like this. And now what you should do is, you should give one reference there like this. So what you should tell? From employee, like this you should tell. This is SQL. This is what? HQL. Understanding? Great. So how can I use this HQL, sir, if you ask me? Watch it. So what I will do is, let me resize this and keep it here. Good. Let me get it here. Awesome. Okay, sir. What you will do now? Think and tell me. Who is interacting with your database? Session. Yes or no? Great. I will tell to my session, because to session only you should speak always, because session is like an interface with your Hibernate and with your table. To him only you should speak. I will tell, hey session, I want to create one HQL query. I will tell, sir, you should tell it as create query, like this. And within this double quotes, you should put something there. Think and tell me, what do you want? What do you want? You want this, correct? You tell to the session, I need this entire information. You tell him. Okay, sir, how to tell it, sir? Very simple. I will tell to my session that, hey session, you get me the data from one person. Which person, sir? From employee. You please get it and give the reference as E there, like this. This is what you should do. Sensing this much? Great. And now if you do like this, what session will do is, session will go here. He will go, he will get this entire table. Entire table means what? first object, second object, third object. I told you one row means from a Java perspective, you should understand them as what? Object. Tell me how many objects are there? One object, second object. How many objects you have? Three objects. 1, 2, 3. Let me show it to you here. You have three objects. 1, 2, and 3 objects like this. So what he will do is, the session will go here, fetch all of this and put it inside one object. One object he will put it. Okay, sir. In which object he will put it? That object I am showing it to you. This is that object. Which object is this, sir? I call it as query. What object is that? Query object. Let me tell it once again. You are telling session dot create query from employee. What is the meaning of this? You are telling a session, there is one guy known as employee table. I want all of these rows. Session will go here. He will get all of these rows, and all of these rows he will put it inside this one. Which object is that? Query. And inside the query object, 100% you have all the details of this table. And what are the details, sir? If you ask me, 100% you have an ID, you have a name, you have a salary, all of this you have. That is what I'm showing. Tell me how many rows you have? 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. All of these 3 rows you have inside the query object. Understanding? From here you went, the session took all of this, and all of this he kept it inside where? Query object. Understanding? Now all of these rows, what you should do? You should print it. Yes or no? To print it, now inside the query, there is something. What is that, sir? There is one method. The name of the method is get result set. What is that? Get result set. So what you should do is, you should call this fellow. When you call him, all of these rows, he will give it to you. Understanding? Great. So let me see. How can I do it? Watch it. Let me come here, and what I will do is, what he will give me? He will give me one query object. Because when you told session.create query and gave this, he will go here, he will fetch all of this data, put it here. Now he is giving me what? One query object. Now to this query object, you have to give one reference. When you have the reference, then only you can access this, right? Yes or no? So let me give one reference there. And how you give a reference, sir? That reference I will show it to you like this. The reference is query, and you should tell what type it is. What type it is, sir? Query. Means what you did is this. One object is ready. This is the object. And to this object, you have given one reference. What is the reference you have given? Query is what you have given. Okay, sir. Next, what you will do? It is giving me an error. So I will tell Control-Shift-O, and it is telling me from where you want to import. See, there are many things are there. You can see com.mysql, jakarta.persistence, like that. You should always import it from where? Hibernate itself. If you are importing from any one of this, not getting the output, sir, you will not get, because you imported from here. You should import always from here. Especially in the things, in the main method, whatever you are importing, you should import from org.hibernate only. Understanding? Great. So now, let me click on this and tell finish. When you do that, the query is gone. Okay, sir. Next, what you will do? You should get all the information which is here. And how you will do it, sir? If you ask me, you should tell query dot. Query dot what, sir? You should tell get. It's not set, my dear students. Then what it is, sir? It is get result list. Because previously in JDBC, what it gave you? Result set. But what he will give me is one list he will give me. That is why the name of the method is not get result set. Instead is get result list. That is the name of the method. Got this? Great. So now I'll come here and I will tell get result list. If you look here, tell me what is the return type of this get result list? list. What is the meaning of this? I'll explain to you. What's this? Let me hit enter first. Okay. When you tell query, this is query. You come here, dot, you entered here, and you are telling get result list. What he will do is, he will go here, he will get all of this. How he will get, sir? He will take this fellow and put it inside one list. How is that, sir? That is what I am showing you. This is my list he is giving me. What this fellow is giving me? One list. And in that list, what all things I'm having? That is what I'm showing you. What's this? Tell me, who is he? First row. First row means one object. Correct? Means this row will be there in the first location of the list as an object. And that is what I'm showing you. Understanding this? Great. Now you tell me, my friends, who is he? Who is he? He is this fellow. What is the ID? What is the ID? 1. So inside this, you have ID 1. Very good. Afterwards, you have a name. Very good. After name, inside name, what do you have? Tim. Very good. After that, what do you have? You have a salary. After that, email ID, department. All of that is present here. I told you, one row means one object. And when you call get result list, what this fellow will do is, he will take all of these rows, he will give in the form of object. What do you mean? First row, he will take it, put it in the first location of your list as an object. This is the second row. Second row, he will take it, put it as an object here. And that is what I'm showing you, like this. In the same way, in the third location as well. And what is the meaning of this, sir? The meaning of this is, this fellow is in the first. Second fellow, second. Third fellow, he is in the third. Means all of these rows are there in the form of objects in front of me. Sensing this much? Great. Now, I want to print it. To print it, what you will do? What do you want to print? What do you want to print? You want to print the data. Correct? So, all of this data, where it is present in? In the list. To this list, have you given any reference? No. To access this, you have to give a reference. Correct? Let me do that now. How you will do it, sir, if you ask me? Let me show you. Get result set, when he gave all of these rows in the form of objects, he kept it here. And for this, I want to give one reference. What is the reference you want to give, sir? The reference is list. Like this. And that I want to do. Get result set will give me one reference, and that reference I will tell it as list, like this. What is list in Java? It's an interface. So you have to import from util package. Let me do it. Control Shift O. When you do it, it is telling me you want to import. Yes, I did it. Now you have here. Now you have to access it. If I have to access individually, what you can do? That's why in collections you have learned. What is that? How can I access array list, linked list? Can I access linked list and array list, all of this, with the help of traditional for loop? You can. Can you do it with the help of enhanced for loop? Yes. Can you do it using iterator? Can you do it using list iterator? Yes. What is the difference between iterator and list iterator then? What we are doing, see, Java is what we are doing. This object, you tell him, you go here, he will give it. This is also an object. You call this method, what you will give is this in the form of list. Now you have to access it. Code Java, you are applying it here with some logic inside this for the hyperlink. Tell me how you'll access. Tell me what is the difference between list iterator and iterator. What is the difference? Very important interview question. And I'm not asking you the advanced Java question. I'm asking you core Java. What is the difference? How many of you know iterator and list iterator? Please raise your hands. Only few. What about others? You forgot? Very important, but you don't know. Anyhow, end of the course almost. You just see where you guys are standing. Now I want to access with the best one. First I have to tell the difference. Let me proceed further afterwards. Iterator, if you are using, you can iterate all of these objects in a forward direction. The list iterator is you can go in a forward direction. Not only that, you can come in reverse direction as well. That's the difference between iterator and list iterator. Very important question when it comes to interviews, but anyhow. I want to access it and I want to use a simple enhanced for loop. And I hope all of you know what is enhanced for loop. All of you know? Great. So if you know, it becomes very easy for me to explain. This is for, I'll open this, close this. Now if you tell here 2 semicolons like this, this is what? This is traditional for loop. But I want to give there, enhanced for loop means you should not give 2 semicolons. What you should give? 1 semicolon. Right side, left side. Let me start my journey from right side. You should tell here what you want to access. What do you want to access? All of these objects. Where is objects present in? Inside list reference. And that I should tell it here. Let me do it. How you will do it, sir? I will tell it as list like this. And what he will do? He will go here and give one cursor kind of a thing like this internally. And now where the cursor is pointing to first, he will take this object, throw it that side. And to catch it, I will recruit one guy. And what is his name, sir? His name is O. Means there is one guy, his name is O, and his work is to collect that object. Let him collect it. He will collect this one. Now tell me, what O is having? Employee object. But in common, I will tell it as what? Object like this. Sensing this much? Great. Now, I want to print this object. What I want to do? I want to print this object. If I have to print this object, what you should do? System.out.println. Tell me, where is this object present in? Inside O. So you should tell there O like this. So since you have overridden the toString method, you'll get all the data there at one shot. Got this? So let me see. Will this really happens or not? If in case I save it and execute it, you can notice you have the beautiful data there. And what is that, sir? Let me show you like this. Great. So it is telling me what is the name? Tim, salary, email ID, department, the same thing 3 and 4. And that is what you had in your table as well. That is what I'm showing you. Have you got the entire table? Yes. But have you written a query there? No. You know the Hibernate knowledge. Using that, you got the data. Understanding? Great. So nothing difficulty is there in this. This is very, very simple. What all things you should do? Always remember, my friends, that whenever you are interacting with your database, in Hibernate especially, you should always take the help of whom? Session, because session is the person who is interacting with your database. And that is why we call it as session is like interface between Hibernate and your database. Is what? An interface. Good. Okay, sir, what I should do? You should tell session dot. Dot what, sir? You should tell there, I want all this data. If you want only one thing, you should directly ask him, session, you get me directly. But if you want the entire table, then you have to call one method. What is the name of the method? Create query, and you should ask him, hey, session, you please get me all the data from here. Session will immediately go, it will take all of this and put it inside one object. Which object? Query. It's your responsibility to give the reference there. Now all of these details is present inside the query object. It is your duty to access this now. To access this, there is one method for it. What is the name of the method? Get result list. Query, come here. Dot, come here. Call this method. When you do that, what this get result list will do is, he will create one list. And in each location, first row he will take one object, he will put it. Second row he will take second object, he will put it. Third row he will take third object, he will put it. And to this list, you have to give a reference and access them using whichever you know. Iterator you can use, list iterator you can use, traditional for loop you can also use. Got this? Any doubt? No doubt. Okay. So let me proceed further to my next expectation. What is that, sir, if you ask me? Watch it. So what I want to do is this. What is that, sir? I want to update the salary. What do you want to update? The salary of such people whose salary is more than 40,000 rupees or 30,000 rupees. This is my expectation. Let me repeat this. You have to update the salary whose salary is more than 30,000 rupees. And how much salary you want to give, sir? The salary of them should get incremented to 5,000 rupees. Like this. He's having 20,000 salary, he should not get updated. His salary is more than 30,000, he should get updated to 50,000. His salary is more than 30,000 and his salary should get updated to 55,000. This is what my expectation is, and I have to achieve this using Hibernate. So before we do it using Hibernate, let us see how can I do it using my JDBC. In JDBC, you have to write a query, and how you will write a query, you should tell me. And that SQL query, you can convert into HQL. That HQL, you will put it there. What you will get is the data. Understanding? Great. Are you guys ready? Tell me what you will do. Huh? Very good. So what you should do is update. Update. Employee. Good. Very good. What you should tell? Set. Set. Very good. Salary. Equal to. Very good. Salary equal to? Salary plus 5,000. Good. Next. Good. So next what you should tell? Where. Very good. Where what? Very good. So where salary. Very good. Greater than 30,000. So let me tell, don't have space. Why I write like this, I don't know. Anyhow. So I'll give it as 30,000. Good. This is the query, correct? And which query is this, sir, if you ask me? This is SQL query. Now I have to convert into what? HQL. And how to do it, sir, if you ask me? Watch it. To start with, what do you have there? What is the first word you have? Update. So you should tell it as update like this. But when you are selecting, no need to tell select from. What you should tell? Just from. But when you are updating, what you should tell there? Update. Very good. After that, what you will tell? Employee. But simply employee you should not tell. What you should tell? E like this. And after that, what you will tell, sir? Sir, E only I want to give, sir. What you want, you can give there. No problem. Got this? Great. So next, what you should give, sir? I will tell it as set. Set what, sir? Salary. So when you are telling salary, you should not tell simply salary. Instead, you should tell it as E dot salary like this. Equal to, what is that salary? Simply salary you should not tell. What you should tell? E dot salary plus 5,000. Very good. Where? Where what, sir? E dot salary is greater than 30,000, and that is what I'm showing. Understanding? Great. See, why I should tell their E like that? The meaning is you're interacting with the object, not with the database. So for that object, what is the reference? E. So that is what you are doing there. That is the meaning. Understanding? Yes or no? Great. You're doing massage to your friend or what? No. Okay. Will you try this? That's an assignment for you. Will you try? Yes or no? You try this tomorrow. If you're able to do it, good. If you're unable to do it, I will only do it. At least you should try. What you should do here, it's very simple. I'll come here. And here what you're doing, you're getting, correct? But here get result list, all of this you should not give. Why? Because you're not getting. Then what you should tell? Here create query only. And in this create query, whatever I have written here, this one you should put it. Correct? Oh, great. Okay, sir. After that, what you should do? Tell me, in JDBC, what you did? Execute? Update. The same thing you should tell it here. First, write that query here. And now you don't want the result. Then what do you want? What do you want? You want to update it. Correct? So what you should do is, when you're updating, you have to tell execute update. When you tell execute update, you will get the result. And it will give you how many rows got updated, like your JDBC. Now you have to take it and print it. There you will get to know how many rows are updated there. Same like your JDBC only. Understanding? Will you try this? You try it. How really it works, I will only show you tomorrow. But you have to try first. Let me see how many of you will try and get me the answer. Very simple, sir. What you are speaking, we are internet era. If you are not getting also, no problem, sir. We know how to get it. You know how to get it. The thing is, what is the meaning of that statement? You should be knowing it. Understanding? Will you do it? Awesome. Great. So I'll stop my discussion here itself. So tomorrow we'll understand more about this Hibernate. In this Hibernate, there is something known as delete multiple rows. If you look there, how I'm updating? I'm updating. How I'm updating? Is it one row or two row? Multiple rows. To update one row, you know it's very easy. How is that? Get. You change the salary, send it. But now I have to update the entire, not entire, some multiple rows. For that, you have to tell this create query, tell HQL. Inserting the individual rows or getting the individual row, updating the individual row, deleting the individual row is very simple. How to do it? Get, play with the object. But when it comes to multiple rows, you have to tell one method, create query. Put your HQL query there, send it, and your Hibernate will take care of everything. Understanding? Great. All of you understanding Hibernate, you're getting an idea? Yes or no? Great. In industry, this is what people will use to speak with your database, not with regard to your JDBC. Understanding? Great. So when you understand this Hibernate, whatever the project you have created, the people who have created the project, you can update your project to the Hibernate. Means instead of JDBC, you can put your Hibernate there. But first, let me finish Hibernate. And this is for such students who have completed the project. You can try. Understanding? Great. So after this, there's something known as mapping, one-to-one mapping, one-to-many, many-to-one mapping. If you are completing this, your Hibernate will get completed. So within 2 to 3 days, your Hibernate will get completed. And after that, we will start with your last concept of your course. What is that? Spring. And we'll take up what is that. Thank you so much.